What's good, guys? It's your boy Amma FX. So last week, the previous week, we took a couple of trades. Some of them were losers, and also we had winner. So I kind of combined the trade I took. That was on Friday last 2 weeks. The gold trade I took, which was profitable, and then I combined it with a few I took last week. So just for you to know that. Generally I think last week wasn't that great, but it was good. Why I said it wasn't great was I jumped the gun on one or two occasions, so that was why I said it wasn't great. But when it comes to profit wise, it was profitable. But yeah, that was just the reason. So let's jump right straight to the system so we can review the trades together and we can learn together. Welcome back, guys. So this was a trade I took. Now, first of all, I saw my signature. So if you are part of my mentorship, you know what I mean by signature. This high, low, higher, high, and lower, low. The M was formed. So what I was looking at for, don't mind all this line. I marked this line later. So I was looking out for what I call the daily keys and the weekly keys. So at this point, it formed. Let me zoom out so the chart will be bold enough. So at this point, we are talking about this first trade now. So at this point, the BVN has formed. So I was looking out for my entry here. Now, if I zoom into a lower time frame, you will see the reason why I took that particular trade. Okay. So yeah, here was it. Everything was clear enough, just that the market didn't want to go my way. Okay, if you watch it now, you will see that the market has given me my entry around here. So this was meant to be like this, because I think I entered from around here. Yes, it was meant to be like this. The SL was meant to be here. So this was the SL. The SL was meant to be here. So, but it tapped me out. You can see this was around 441 pips. But if you check where it tapped me out, it was around like 92 pips thereabout. So yeah, it's just the market doing its thing. It's just the market doing its thing. Sometimes the market can just decide to go against you, even when you think that all of your criteria are there. So the market can still go against you. Now, if you watch this trade, you will notice that we were having series of lower highs, showing that the market was supposed to go down. It shows that the market was supposed to go down. But I think what really affected this first trade was, I think the volume was not really there. The direction was right. Now let's go into a higher time frame like the 4 hours. You will notice why I said that the direction was right. Now, when we go under, yes, generally from the daily time frame, gold has been bullish. Okay, we are in a bullish trend. So this particular trade I caught was just to catch the short-term bearishness. So this was it. Okay, the trend was coming down. So I've already seen my signature here. The thing remaining was for me to enter. So, but it failed. So that was why I said, let me show you the little trend. And for me, I determined my trend from 1 hour, 4 hours, the earliest indicator of a trend with my strategy, which I call the BVM. So now under 5 minutes, if we are to go back to that trade, this market was meant to sell. Okay, it was meant to sell, but unfortunately, you never can tell. The market went against us and tapped us out. So because I was convinced about the direction, I didn't take the opposite direction. So I'm going to delete this now because we are done with this guy. So now I took another trade. Okay, but I took this trade around 12 p.m. Sorry. So that was when I took this trade. Now I also had my BVN here. So the right place to enter was where I entered. So the market went my way a bit. As you can see, it was quite funny. The market went my way a bit and then wanted to hit me out. So, but fortunately for me, it came and smashed my take profit. So yeah, that was it. But there was something I needed to point out. Okay, And this is why I am a very big fan of fight till death. Fight till death. If I did not set a take profit here, guess what the market would have done? The market would have come back to my entry and smashed me out. And if at this point now I decide to break even, guess what the market would have done? The market would have come to this my entry, hit me out, and still go my way. That means I'll be crying because the market would have given me something, but it came back and hit me out. This is why I always advocate for fight till death. This is a practical example. Now, also, let's say this trade did not go my way. Okay, it hit me out. Now I've taken this small loss. What I will do next is that I will start looking out for bullishness, because now it means that the trend is gradually changing. It means that the trend is gradually changing. So, but what I should have done, which I did, was to remain on the trend which I found the trade. And it was as simple as that. It was as simple as that. And this was a success. Look at this, is 1:4. I lost 1% there. I gained 4%, 4.2% back. And this is the power of trading. So it doesn't matter the amount you lose. What matters the most is, are you disciplined? Are you disciplined to the point that, are you disciplined? Sorry about that. I wanted to check whether my webcam was on. So are you disciplined to the point of following your strategy? Okay. So this was a good one. We come back for the next week and we keep looking out for opportunities. We rinse and repeat. And that's the way we do it. Okay. What's good, guys? What's good, guys? It's your boy Ama Effects. So on this one, I traded the US oil today. So obviously, if you look at it, we are bearish, as you can see. But for some reason, I don't know why the market, decided to pull up. I guess because of the fact that there has been no news since Monday. I think even tomorrow being Thursday, there is not going to be any news. So I think there is no much thing driving the prices of oil right now, fundamentally. Now, technically, we have been ranging. We have been ranging around this zone. Let me mark it out for you. If you watch, we have been ranging right here. So I think the market doesn't really have the much volume, because US oil on a normal, this is nothing too big for it to do. So on a normal, it can easily do this. So, but I think the volume was not there, and probably the trend is gradually changing. Now, I saw this BVN under 1 hour, so it was a very pretty one and straight to the point. So this was a high, low, higher, high, and a lower low. The M was there. So we are looking at just to, retest. I entered at this left shoulder when I saw another BVN under 5 minutes, I guess. So let's head down straight to 5 minutes and then review this guy. Okay, under 5 minutes, when I saw that we had the normal 1 hour time frame, BVM. So the next confirmation I was looking out for was around here. So I think I got in somewhere around here. The first this thing I marked just disappeared, probably because of network. So I was looking out to take profits somewhere around here. That was a pretty 1:7. I think if it is more than that, then it's probably where I entered was somewhere here. It was around 1:7, yes. It was a 1:7 race to reward. Yeah, I think I got him probably around here. So yeah, hoping to cash this in. So this guy went for almost 1:3. I was risking around 23 pips, as you can see. And it went my way for about, let's calculate it together. So it went my way from here. It went for almost 1:3. This is 55 pips. If it gets to around 66 pips, it will give me 1:3. So it went for almost 1:2. Sorry, almost 1:3 before it turned around. But it did that in a very painful manner. Now, let me show you why I said it hit my SL in a very painful manner. I entered this trade around 9 a.m. 9-ish, yeah, 9 a.m. This guy went from, this is 9, let's count together, 9, okay, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This guy went for almost 12 to 13 hours, hanging around and stressing me out. But I mean, these are some of the things we, get to see as traders. So it's something we have to deal with. So yeah, but I think when we get above this left shoulder that initiated this bearish movement, we are probably going to keep going higher. But otherwise, if I see another BVN, bearish BVN under a lower time frame around here, I'm going to still enter for shorts. Or probably if I should see a BVN under 1 hour, I'm most likely to enter for short. But other than that, this is what the market has to offer us for now. All right, peace out. What's good, guys? It's Ama FS back here again. So it happened today that I did a mistake. I did a very big mistake, and I have myself to blame. If you watch under 1 hour, you will notice that we clearly had a BVN. Okay, when this BVN came, you can see it here. I went for a long, but where I did mistake was that I jumped the gun. Okay, I jumped the gun. I jumped the gun. If you check under 5 minutes, you will notice that the 5 minutes BVM did not actually fall. This was a low, this was a high, this was a lower low. I should have waited for us to make a higher high around this point. So I shouldn't have lost this trade if I was patient enough. So jumping the gun here dealt with me. So when I realized I messed up, so this trade here shouldn't have been taken at all. The direction was right, but this trade shouldn't have been taken at all. So that was why this trade failed. It was why this particular one failed. So now back to here. This trade went my way, yes, but still, I also did another mistake. I just want to be as sincere as possible on this channel. So no hiding of anything. This was a low, this was a high, this was a lower low. Okay. Now, if you watch, we do not have a W here. Change other line chart, you will notice it. Like the kind of W I like to trade, we do not have it here. So that was also why this trade failed. But I was very much hopeful about this. I was looking for 1:21 risk to reward ratio. So I mean, we went for around 1:11, but I was looking for this 1:21 risk to reward ratio because I entered pretty early, so I was considering that, but the market came back and smashed me out. Now, another thing happened, okay? I will get to that later on US oil, but one thing I have learned in trading is that no matter how beautiful you think the setup is, even if you are sure that it's going to smash your take profit, even if your take profit is very close, do not over risk it, okay? Do not over risk it. That is something I've learned about trading, because that particular trade that you neglect, that particular trade that you think that you have won, it is what is going to mess you up. These are practical examples. Now, I also observed a very beautiful thing today. Okay, that was the fact that I traded US oil and USDJPY simultaneously. I have been observing this for some time, but today really confirmed it. These are two different pairs, but they react. They have a similar reaction. There are two different pairs. USDJPY is very much different from US oil, but they react in a similar manner. Look at the 1 hour candles. Okay, when US oil is going up, USDJPY will go up. When USD, look at it, they may not be exact, but they work together. When this one is going up, this guy is going up. When this one is going down, this guy is going down. Watch it. Watch the pattern, okay? Watch the pattern. Watch this guy. Similar pattern. This is an uptrend. This was an uptrend. Okay? Now let's go to US oil. Under 1 hour, this is an uptrend. Watch it carefully. Are you seeing it? Sure. So this is an uptrend. This was also an uptrend. Similar thing. And if you watch, we have been dancing around this side. We have been dancing like this. We are making this kind of curvy move. Yes, we are preparing to get bullish. Now watch US oil. I mean, this reality came to me today and I was like, damn. So watch it. Similar thing. So what is the lesson here? I mean, we learn every day. What is the lesson? Is that I will never take a US oil trade and a USDJPY trade simultaneously again. That is just the lesson. Because even under US oil, I took a trade. I took 2 positions, and funny enough, both of them would present almost similar opportunity. Now, this BVN here on US oil, I took it based on 1 minute time frame, so no cap about that. I took that based on 1 minute time frame. Okay, I saw this low high, lower low, higher high. I took it. It just hit me out. Fine. Now this guy, I took this second trade under 5 minutes. Okay, but still, it did not give me the perfect entry for me to go in. It did not give me the perfect entry for me to go in. This was a low high, lower low. Now the higher high, like the W forming, was way much further than this. So I should have let this trade slide. It didn't want me to partake in it, but I was deaf on it. So in total, I lost 4 trades in a row. So, but if I was focused on one, worst case scenario, I would have lost only one. This is why I said I would have lost only one, because this trade was not supposed to be taken. This one was not supposed to be taken. This guy here was not supposed to be taken, because I jumped the gun here. What's it called? My pattern under 5 minutes. Yes, we have had a BVM, blah blah blah, under 1 hour, but my signature did not complete. Had it been, we had this candle. Had it been this particular candle went up like this and closed above here, then comes back a little, then that's when I should have entered. But that wasn't what I did. That wasn't what I did. So I think that was where I messed up. I'm going to be sincere. Like, if I mess up on this thing, I will just let you know. I'll just let you know. This is my documentary. Is nobody. So I feel like I need to be sincere with this guy. Okay, I feel like I need to be sincere with him. Even on that 1 minute, if I was to take this trade, this was a low high, lower low, and this was where it completed. So if I was to take this trade under 1 minute, even, because when I look at all of this, okay, the one that actually qualifies, that looks like my signature, is here. This was low high, lower low, and a higher high. It formed a W. So around that kind of 1:20 p.m., that was when I should have entered this trade, and I should have traded it this way. I should have traded it like this. So this is the left shoulder here. So I should have traded it this way. So I should have been risking 7 pips. Now, if I had risked 7 pips, that's maintaining my risk, I would have caught like around 1:4. But if I had wanted even to get here, I would have caught around 1:8. This was the only trade I should have taken today. This guy here. But I took it, but I even took it in a wrong way, in a wrong manner. I took it, but I took it in a wrong manner. So yeah, I mean, this was it today. Today wasn't a good day. Okay, it's not even about the fact that I lost, but today wasn't a good day. One was that I took 2 trades that react similarly. I took the 2 simultaneously, so that's like doubling my risk. If I had traded one, okay, maybe I would have lost twice, which is not bad based on the way I trade. But because I traded 2 of them simultaneously, that doubled my risk. And coupled with the fact that I took a trade that didn't actually meet my criteria, that even made it worse. So in reality, I should have taken 1, at most 2 trades today. But it's not fine. We keep learning and we keep documenting. All right. Peace. What's good, guys? It's your boy AmaFX here again. So just to make sure I'm recording, so let me check this out. Okay. It's your boy here again. So in this one, I took a trade on USDJPY on, this was on Friday. So I want us to review this trade together, so we see why this trade was a success and what transpired during the trade. So if you can see with me, we were making lower lows and lower highs. Okay, so we're making lower lows and lower highs. So as you can see, let me mark them out so that we can see together. So we're making a series of lower lows. This was a lower high. This was another lower high. This was another lower high at this point. This was another lower high at this point. So we're making those lower highs, okay, and we're making lower lows correspondingly. But if you notice at this point, there was a change in character. So at this point, instead of us to make, this was a lower high, instead of us to make, this was a lower high and this was a lower low, instead of us to make another lower high somewhere around here, let's say this was our lower low here at this point, instead of us to make another lower low here, then to continue down, guess what happened? The market made kind of a support here, a swing low here. And when it made this, guess what happened next? It came and it took away this lower high. And when it took away this lower high, it shows that the buyers are stepping in. Because if the buyers are not in this market, this lower high here wouldn't have been taken out. And that was this candle here. So when I saw this, I noticed, okay, now the buyers have stepped into this market. So what I should be looking at for is for a bullish momentum. And as I always trade, I like to see the W. If I change to the line chart, you are going to see the trace of the W here. So when I've seen all of this, what I was looking at for now is my entry point. So, and I go for what I call the kisses. So it was at this point that I saw the kisses. Don't mind the line, probably I must have removed them as I analyze along. So I took this guy here, placed my SL below here, below this. Now this is not going to be a low. This is not going to be a high. This one will be a lower high. Now this guy will be a higher high. This one will be a lower high. So if this trend is correct, I don't know why this guy keeps disappearing. Oops, I just believe that, okay, yeah, it's back. So if this trend is correct, we should not take away this lower high. Now, watch it. This was our low. Now this is now our high. Now when we reach this high, we came down here to make this lower high. When we made this lower high, we made another higher high. When we made another higher high, this was the new lower high here. Let me mark it out. So this was the new lower high. So if this market is in a bullish trend, it should not take away this lower high here. So that was where I took my trade. Then I found what I call the kisses here under a lower time frame. Then I took this trade. And it smashed my take profit. So we made about 3.7 risk to reward ratio. I mean, this helped to buffer the losses I incurred on my previous trades. So yeah, peace out. Thank you guys for watching the video. We'll keep bringing content like this. Please do not forget to like and comment. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe so that the channel will keep growing. Thank you.